Am I stupid or just desperate? Asks Othan Man. I'm a male, 26 years old, from America. I tried using OkCupid and met a woman from the Philippines. Things were going okay. She never asked for money or asked weird stuff of me. Things didn't go so well though. Chats became boring and just felt like I was doing all the work. But the thing is, she wasn't the only one. Of all the matches I got, I had about 20 matches, and half were from girls from the Philippines. I don't know, maybe I'm insecure, but I honestly cannot get even local girls to give me a second look, and it's addicting to have women give me a bit of attention. Let's stop and discuss this part. By 26, of course, you want to be with the woman, and no average woman in the US cares about an average guy in the US. Let's be honest. Of course, maybe there are chances if you organically grow into a colleague or classmate or something that gets to know you over time, but even then, that's very rare. Given that everybody wants luxury lifestyle now, social media like TikTok and Instagram have ruined women's perception of reality. They think just because a lot of men give them attention that they somehow can have access to all of these men and their money at the same time. They don't realize that men, just like women, like attention too. As this person just mentioned, women forget that men that are successful, they don't care about average women, which they are. The top 1% of men have access to 90% of the women, right? So why would they choose you? Also, don't forget that the woman giving you attention from the Philippines isn't real attention. It's fake. It's fraud. It's a scam. They only give you attention because they know how to stroke your ego. You are not the first man they are speaking to. Believe me. He goes on and says, I don't know, maybe I'm insecure, but I honestly cannot even get a local girl to give me a second look, and it's addicting to have women give me a bit of attention. I'm not all opposed to the idea of getting a phone girlfriend who wants to get a green card, but I'm hoping to just not be used solely for that. And before you say anything, I'm not a passport bro. I do not want to go overseas for the sake of being with a woman, nor do I need Western women are too demanding. That makes no sense. You want a woman from abroad, but you don't want to go there. You don't want to be with American women either. I can see why you have trouble meeting women, but let's read and see what else he says. I'm just tired of being lonely. I hope I'm not making a mistake by putting myself in a situation where I'll get taken advantage of. Yes, you are. You will. You mentioned it yourself. You know why these women like you for the green card. You're just hoping that they also like you as a person, but you're taking a risk and a gamble. And as soon as they come to the US, since you don't want to be a passport bro, they will leave you either for someone else or just to be alone and send money back home. He says, I genuinely want to find love. I just don't know if I'm being naive or need a reality check. I'm hoping some of you can give me some advice to either get rid of these feelings or to teach me how I can proceed with the next step. Yes, start taking care of yourself and the woman will follow. Let's see others' suggestions. OK Willingness says, you should work on why you are lonely first before looking for a girlfriend. I mean, you could just as easily be single and not be lonely, right? Do you have friends you can spend time with? Hobby groups? Getting into a relationship just because you are lonely is a recipe for disaster no matter where you are. Young men need to understand that. That is an extremely valid point. No need to get into a relationship just because you are lonely, because when that happens, you do not have the power in a relationship and heavily rely on her gratification, her satisfaction, and her approval, leading you to be a prime example of a simp, therefore making you even more miserable. Now you are miserable and lonely because she does not actually want to be with you. The original person says, I don't know. Between college and work, I just can't seem to make many friends. I know it's stupid to be lonely while in college. I'm literally surrounded by people my age. The thing is, I'm busy and everyone else is busy. I might make a friend here or there temporarily, but as soon as we no longer have classes together, there's zero contact. It's all about convenience, and I don't blame them. Maybe I'm just unlucky, or maybe people don't see me as worth their time. I guess it doesn't help that I'm a socially awkward idiot. Yes, it does not help, but there are other socially awkward idiots just like you. You just have to find one that you can be socially awkward together. Ivo Manila says, I booked a flight a couple years ago to the Philippines. I used a similar app a few months prior to arriving there. I am from Europe, so I was in a similar boat like you. Here, the average man is considered not good enough to be with the average woman. This is why I also really appreciate the attention I got. Lots of girls reached out, so I listened and insisted on video calls with the ones I liked. As you, this is the best and time-efficient method to get to know each other and avoid some of the scams. In the end, I chose the most suitable one and spent a month with her. I liked her and arranged all documents for her to come see me where I live in Europe, and if she will like it here. After 2 months here, we seemed aligned, and I asked her to marry me. She has been staying with me since. She is a good person. You need to know the most province girls have similar characteristics. They want the best for their family, who is likely living in a poverty, help them monetary, and they likely aren't well educated. You will not be able to explain her how the FED's latest monetary changes may affect her, or why the certain habits may be unhealthy for her in the long run. We met many Filipinos around my area, married to locals, and many of the marriages are lasting and seem to be going okay. A common issue you should expect is that many struggle initially to adapt, but most overcome it. Overall, I would recommend you go to enjoy your life there for a month or two, meet girls you like, and if you think you found the one, take her home. Personally, I'm about to get divorced soon with my wife as she's too controlling. This is the reason why advice should not be given by morons. It's unbelievable to think this guy is promoting going to the Philippines and picking a random poor province girl while he's in the middle of a divorce. How can you say this? You fool. You just simply don't understand what is going on. These women are using you. She got exactly what she wanted. She got a chance to go to Europe, and now she's leaving you with half your shit along the way. Sugar Daddy says, dude, wait till you're 40 before dating Filipinas. You will still be able to bag a hot 20-something, and you'll have more money, experience, more importantly, backbone. You really need backbone to avoid getting taken advantage. It's not just her using you for a green card. You need to worry about, if you're not careful, you could end up supporting her whole family. Seriously, the family of Filipinos are vultures. Precisely. You will never find love on a dating site, says consistent TBD. Very likely, I would say maybe 99% true. If you are not currently in the Philippines, you have never been, I highly suggest traveling here for a few weeks, if you can, and get a dose of the culture, meet some new friends, etc. I'm not saying finding a future mate online is impossible, but it is so much easier if you are getting taken advantage of. I personally know of a guy who spent over $40,000 over some online Philippines fling and never ended up meeting this girl. Who knows? Anyways, meeting this girl, don't spend or send any dime to anyone or online fling. Yes, you seem new. Do not send her any money under any circumstance. Razzler says, if you online and look for phone women and they're so online looking for phone guys, you need to accept the fact that you're both getting something from this you can get at home. It doesn't mean such a woman can't care for you or feel genuine love and affection. It's not going to happen in a matter of weeks or months. Give it time. This person's advice is also bullshit. The bottom line is, you are awkward. You are a lonely person and you need to figure out why. Seems very likely we have another case of a simp on our hands, someone that just is desperate and lonely, and with a little bit of affection would do anything for someone online, especially since he is somewhat young and with no experience. He will be eaten up by these women online. He has no clue what is going to happen to him unless he actually takes the advice of so many in the comment section. Thanks for watching. God bless.